Hello, I'm Digital Kai, and welcome to, reacting to scary animations. I was looking all over YouTube to find some really good ones. I couldn't really find any that I thought were worthy, and I came across a channel called Wansee Entertainment. I was taking a look at some of their videos, and let me say, the art style, the narration, the freaking stories. They're pretty creepy. So we're gonna be looking at a few of the Wansee Entertainment I guess you could say content, and hopefully I can not go to the bathroom at 3 a.m. because I'll be too scared. And Wansee Entertainment, I do love your guys' content. I will put your link in the description with all the videos that I do watch in this video. So all credit goes to them, of course. So the first one we're gonna be looking at is called True Disturbing Horror Stories Animated. So we got two back-to-back stories. Makes it a little easier for me to kick into one of them. The Crazy Dentist. Oh boy, here we go.
This happened when I was only 5 years old.
Uh-huh.
I remember that my family was coming back home from my grandparents' cottage that day.
Uh-huh.
While on the way home, I started to have an extremely painful toothache.
Ooh.
It was so strong that I was crying and screaming out in pain.
Oh no.
So my mom searched the internet for the nearest hospital.
Aww.
Unfortunately, the only one around the area.
Oh no. No, you're going to suffer this toothache until we get to our spot. You a mental asylum? The kid's tooth hurts. He does not need to.
Where we were in was a mental hospital, which only had.
Come on, Mom. Come on. You're telling me you took your kid to a mental institution? To the dental side of the place? Are you serious, Mom? Come on, you could have waited till he got to their actual dentist or something.
Had a dentist room for the patients of the hospital.
Ugh.
And for some emergency situations.
Ooh, that scared me.
As my mom was nervous about the patients.
Why'd you look like assuming from Dead or Alive?
We immediately ran to the dentist's room. The dentist was in his early 40s.
Ew.
Bald. And I remember that he had a really weird, kind of funny look about him.
Ew.
As we walked in.
Ma, you still taking me to this dentist, Ma? Look, any doctor that's bald, you don't trust him.
I guess he was annoyed about the fact that I was crying back then.
Yeah, bro, shut up.
Hey, kid, shut up. Real men don't cry.
Wait a minute. Wait. First things first, if I'm carrying my baby to you to help, and you're telling my kid to be quiet, I'm gonna put my foot so far down your throat, you're gonna regret saying those words.
He said. I was just a 5-year-old boy.
Right.
My dad got pissed off, but
thanks, Dad.
He controlled himself because we weren't able to find another doctor. Suddenly, the dentist became super sweet and told me to sit on the chair.
What the heck?
While he was checking my mouth, he seemed kind of nervous, but he was also saying some jokes to my 7-year-old brother. My brother started laughing, and then what the dentist did almost made my heart drop. He screamed to my brother, "Stop laughing or I'll take your brother's teeth out." One by one. It was enough. He was a weirdo, and at that point, my dad was furious.
Yeah, Dad.
He was about to beat up this madman. But thankfully, my mom calmed him down.
See, that would have been, if it was me, and my husband was like, okay, I'm about to clock him, I would have been like, yeah, we'll take turns.
Of course, my brother got scared and started crying.
Why did they cry?
He told him to get out because he was so annoying that he couldn't do his work.
They're babies.
So Dad got out with my brother and Mom stayed with me.
He's such a creep. Look at this guy.
Being paranoid. My mom didn't feel comfortable about leaving 5-year-old me behind with a weird stranger.
Yeah.
I remember clearly that he looked at me in a very weird way that gave me the creeps. Just then, Mom asked him if she could use the toilet that was in the room. "Oh, sorry, ma'am. This isn't a restroom. It's a room we keep old stuff.
Old stuff?
He said, but we could clearly see the restroom sign on the door.
Right.
And even hear the noise of running water that the toilet made. From that moment until the end, the dentist seemed anxious. He was sweating and his hands were shaking.
Knees weak, arms.
When he finished with my tooth, we immediately left and went home. And my mom called her sister to tell her everything about the incident.
Why does her sister have the same hairstyle as me? Got the headphones and everything.
A week after, my aunt called my mom. Did you see the news? She told us that she saw a dentist who had killed a woman in her late 20s, and he was keeping her in his clinic's bathroom for almost a week.
I'm sorry, had to let that out.
And the place was the same hospital where we had gone before. Shaking her hands, Mom turned on the TV. And there he was. It was the same man who had checked my...
Hold on. How tall was he? Oh my goodness. How tall? Dang! Homeboy tall as shit.
It's the same man who had checked my tooth. That explained his weird behavior and why he didn't let my mom use the bathroom.
Well, you shouldn't have took him there, Mom. See, black families wouldn't have done that. Black family would have been like, you better try to cry until we get to a real hospital. Come on now.
Dead body was only a few meters away from me and my family. The dentist was diagnosed with schizophrenia and finally sentenced to death.
Good.
I'm so glad that my mom didn't go to the bathroom anyway.
Wow, he probably would have killed her too.
From my experience, I learned something that I want to share with you guys.
What?
If you ever notice that someone has a weird behavior that makes you feel uncomfortable,
yeah,
don't just stay there.
Get the fuck out of there.
Find an excuse and immediately leave. And this might save your life.
So the next one is called True House Sitting Horror Story, animated by Wansee Entertainment, of course. Let's go.
So this happened last year when I was house sitting for my neighbor. He was in the hospital for a few days recovering from surgery. And I had been asked to stay in the house and keep an eye on his cats. The house was pretty small, but it was on a nice wide open property by the woods.
Oh, see, that's where you see people write their own horror stories. Having houses near the woods, bro, come on.
There was a tiny swinging cat flap on the kitchen door, where the cats could come and go as they pleased.
Yeah.
The flap led into a screened-in back porch, and the house only had one bedroom.
Wait, hold on, guys. Is this lighting? Hold on, let me just... Alright, it's a little better.
So I chose to sleep on the couch in the living room. After cleaning up, feeding the
I want this one.
cats and watching some TV, I shut off all the lights and laid back on the couch. I had my phone out and was casually scrolling through Facebook when I heard the flap swinging back and forth. From where I was in the living room, I couldn't see the door because the counter was in the way.
Yeah.
But I glanced over to see one of the cats scamper over and leap up on my legs. I gave it a welcoming pat on the head and continued scrolling. After another minute, I heard the cat door make a noise again. A soft squeak. This time, I didn't even glance over, figuring it was the second cat following the first into the house. Another few moments passed. Then I heard the squeaking again.
Listen here, cats don't go in and out them doors like that. No, they don't. No, ma'am. Better call the police. Call the police. Call them police.
And after another moment, it squeaked a third time.
Call the police.
I looked up from my phone.
You're white. Call
wondering
the police.
Why the second cat was jumping
You call the police. Tell them you're white. They gonna be
in and out like that. I was wondering if I would have to scoop it up and put it in the bedroom. The door continued to squeak for another couple of minutes.
That's odd.
As the second cat continued to jump in and out.
That's very odd.
I finally decided that I had enough. I put my phone down and sat up on the couch. I began to stretch. As I did, I happened to glance behind the couch. and my blood froze. The second cat was curled up in its bed in the corner, and the first cat was still nestled between my legs.
Oh, the cats are okay.
My confusion turned to fear instantly. Was there another animal on the back porch?
There could be.
Another cat, maybe?
There could be.
I slowly stood up and carefully made my way over to the back door, tiptoeing across the carpet in my socks. The door made a squeaking noise again. I peered around the counter and felt the sensation of my heart leaping up into my throat. And at the same moment, my stomach dropped. By the faint rays of the nightlight in the hall,
Yo, the visuals didn't scare me. It was the fact that the freaking, bro, the sounds.
hallway.
If you don't take it, you know that video where that dude, I think it was a kid's hand that was coming through like the freaking mailbox hole of the door? Just take a bat and just smack his arm. Come on.
I saw an arm reaching through the cat door, straining to get at the knob.
Just hit him.
The fingertips were brushing at the lock. For a few short seconds, all I could do was stare in terror.
You better try to get to work. You better try to get to work. Man, you see somebody's arm coming through the cat door, and you better try to take a bat and break his shit. Come on now. Come on, Susie.
Frozen by the surreal silent reality of what I was experiencing, it almost didn't feel real. The severity of the situation hit me,
He's still
and I
trying to...
realized that if the intruder got in, I wasn't going to stand a chance. I grabbed a large two-pronged fork that was used for flipping steaks on a grill, and in one swift motion, I stabbed at the arm right below the wrist as hard as I could.
There you go.
There came a thunderous scream of pain
Yeah.
from the other side of the door.
The man turned his Super Saiyan behind that door. Dang.
And the arm was immediately retracted through the flap. But the fork had impaled the intruder,
Good.
so it caught itself on the door. That produced a second loud scream, and the arm was wrenched violently outside. I heard the clatter of the fork on the ground, and then I heard footsteps sprint across the back porch and out the screen door. I immediately turned on the outside lights and caught the glimpse of a figure running towards the woods. Instead of calling the cops, I scooped up both cats, stuffed them into the same carrier, grabbed my phone, my shoes, and sprinted out to my car.
This is the smartest protagonist I have ever seen in a horror animation story, movie, TV show. See, you get the guy, you attack his wrist, you get him up out of there, grab your cat, grab your dog, grab your cell phone, money, purse, wallet, and keys, and some shoes, and get the hell up out of there. You don't stay there and
Which was thankfully parked inside the garage.
oh, yes.
I drove up the road a couple of miles to my place, and once I was safely inside, I called the cops. It took them half an hour to get to my place, and
Smart.
then another half hour of questioning before they continued down the road to check out my neighbor's house. They told me that there was no sign that the screen door had been broken into, and aside from the bloodstains, there was no sign of the intruder.
Couldn't you just do a freaking, what's it called? Do a fingerprint? Just look at the fingerprints and then take a sample of the blood, get the blood test. You can find the guy. Come on, guys.
They put out an alert to local hospitals for a man with a stab wound on his right arm.
He's not gonna go to a hospital if
The
he's...
following morning, the police brought a dog out to follow the scent. But whoever the lucky bastard was, he was never caught. I kept the cat.
That's kind of weird, because like I said, can't police just, like, take a sample of his blood, take it to the, the office or whatever, have it tested, and they can, like, find his DNA and know who he is? Right? Or am I wrong?
At my place until my neighbor was out of the hospital. It still shakes me to my soul, the idea that the stranger chose that house in the middle of nowhere, trying to get inside. And if I hadn't got off the couch when I did, this may have ended very differently.
That's actually really interesting. That was really interesting. The fact that that girl was that smart, because most protagonists in horror stories or horror films, they're not the smartest. And the most important thing was, she kept the cat safe. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today's video. It's a little different from what I, was typically doing. I'm still trying to beat Chapter 2 of Dark Deception, and I feel like I'm so close yet so far. So, hopefully we can get that finished and, uploaded. Yeah, thanks again, Wansee Entertainment. You guys' videos are freaking awesome. I'll put the video that I did check out in the description as well as their channel. You know, check them out because they deserve a lot more recognition. And yeah, if you guys want to see more, I guess, horror story videos, whatever, be sure to like and subscribe. Be sure to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitch. The links will be in the description. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See, you get the heck up out of there when you in trouble. See, don't be like other people.